Hey guys, happy Thursday. So I am starting this new thing called Tea Time Thursdays. So I have my tea here. I'm drinking some chamomile and lemon tea, which is delicious. And I just thought that on Thursdays would be a great time for me to go live and drink some tea and just casually share some of my aha moments, inspirations, updates with you guys here. So thank you for joining me. If you're here, I would love to hear from you in the chat, and I'm free to also open up for any questions or comments. I want these Tea Time Thursdays to be like a conversation between us and totally casual. So feel free to jump in on the chat whenever you have something to say or something to ask. Okay, so today's topic is your ideal self. Lately, I've been very future oriented. I've been thinking a lot about my goals and my dreams and this ideal life and ideal version of myself that I want to be. And it's been really exciting to think about because it's really propelling me forward when I have a clear vision of exactly where I want to go and who I want to be. It gets me excited, and I've been working really hard every day to reach that point. But I also realized that there was this sort of disconnect between where I am now and the person that I want to be, and that I could start incorporating more things, more of my ideal self into this present moment. So sometimes I get really caught up in the future, and because it's just a really exciting place for me to think about. I have these really grandiose dreams, and I cannot wait to get there. But I think that I don't need to wait as long as I think I do. So what do I mean by this? So I really had a long time to sit down and really go through this ideal version of myself and write down everything about her. So I wrote down what I want her finances to look like, the way that I want to, and when I talk about her, I mean like me in the future. So what I want to look like, what I want to feel like, what I want my relationships to be like, how often I want to travel, what my trips are going to look like, how do I feel about myself, what does my confidence look like, what are the beliefs I have about myself, and what is my career like, as well as how do I express my creativity. And then I just wrote down some things about my ideal lifestyle. So all of these things are what I want to become. And when I thought about them and when I thought about having all these things, I figured that it would be like me in 10 years after I've done a ton of work to get there. And I realized that that was a really long time for me to wait to be fully fulfilled and happy, and that I could start actually implementing a lot of these things into my life right away and pushing myself to start acting like my ideal self today. So there were some things that I wrote down, for example, under the finances list that are not possible for me to do today, but there are parts of that that I could start implementing. So for example, I wrote down that I save 25% of my income in my ideal version of myself. And I realized that although right now I can't afford to save 25%, I could start saving some percentage, for example, 10%. So what I wanted to challenge you to do is to go through these different facets of your ideal life. And like I did, write a list of where you want to be when you think about that badass future version of yourself, and write down with as much detail as possible how you want the different aspects of your life to look like, financially, relationship-wise, creative-wise, career-wise. Go through all that and make a really detailed list of what that will look like. And then after you're done with that list, read it over and highlight. Sorry, I just got distracted by Jessica. Nice to see you. Got one more facet. How are you helping the world? I love that. So you can make a list about how you are helping the world as well and what you're giving back. And that could go also under your career or your lifestyle, whatever it is. But anyway, so this is what mine kind of look like. So I wrote down ideal self, like finances, travel, blah, 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 confidence. And then I highlighted all the things that I could start implementing today. So, for example, the way that my ideal self looks is that she's always wearing like nice ironed clothes. And I could definitely start just doing that simple thing right now, is like ironing my clothes and being more conscious about what I wear and how it makes me feel. Also, in terms of health, like when I think about my future ideal self, I think that she's like really healthy and really fit. And she eats really healthy foods, a lot of fruits and veggies, and regularly works out, has a yoga practice. And there's no reason for me to wait on that. I could literally start eating healthy today and start, practicing yoga more often. In terms of travel, my future self loves to travel really frequently. I can't do that yet, but what I can do is start making the most of discovering Salt Lake City and exploring around here and doing day trips in Utah and making the most out of those. And so I was really surprised to see how many things I highlighted in my ideal self list that I could start implementing today. And it was just like an aha moment, because literally you can shortcut to that ideal version of yourself right now and just start doing all these things and feeling great, because what we're really aiming for is a feeling. We're aiming to feel successful, to feel beautiful, to feel like we're giving back. All those things are the true goal, and you could start feeling that way now. So I would like to just give you this Tea Time Thursday challenge. Take a sip of my tea here. To go through your very own list and see what you can do today, and stop being held back by this idea that you have to wait for the future, or you have to wait for all these things to fall into place in order to be that ideal version of yourself. And I've been really enjoying just taking what I call, what I've heard being called messy action, which is just taking those action steps to get to where you want to be today. And they don't have to look perfect, and you can do it in a messy way, but just start moving and start being that ideal version of yourself. So yeah, I hope that is helpful for you guys. I forgot to introduce myself. My name is Gabriella, and I am a travel and life coach. I specialize in helping women long-term travel and relocate. And also, I want to just help you be the best version of yourself and create a lifestyle that is authentic to you. So if you're ever interested in coaching, please feel free to email me at melgar.coaching@gmail.com, or visit my website. I will have those links below. Also, I'm going to go further into this topic in my next blog post, so be on the lookout for that. I share my blogs on my Instagram page as well as my Facebook page, so do follow me on those if you'd like to keep along with my journey. Thank you so much for joining. So good to see you, Jess. Hope you're enjoying Rockport. All right. Love you guys. Bye.